Yeah, just a quick video. I think Luddite returns. Yes, he's there. Did a little short video just saying some kind of crap. So
Original Objective uploaded a video, reflections on the red button and negative utilitarianism, something to that effect, a kind of response commentary to be serious. And the video was slop. There's no argumentation to be had in the video. Right. It can be summarized in 5 words. Negative.
Whatever. Yeah, no, the argument was kind of simple, is that there's people that actually do something about problems and people who don't do anything about problems. But whatever. You know, people who are non-solution oriented. People are just going to sit back and say, well, it's bad, you know, that's wrong. It's not my problem. That's what the video was about. And you obviously missed that. Because, yeah, you missed a lot of things.
Utilitarianism, therefore red button, right? Kind of like the fundamentalist, well, the Bible, therefore Jesus, right?
Whatever. I mean, so you want to just keep playing the same old tired, useless games. You don't want to answer the question, what is it about the DNA molecule's replication that is necessary? What's the function of life on Earth? Okay, defend natural selection as a game worth playing. There. Defend natural selection as a game worth playing. Alright, you basically kill most of the models, so one model can say, yay, I win, I survived, I'm great. And there's always this attrition, right? So what I'm saying is your little gameplay, I don't think is a good enough gameplay. I don't want to be one of you people. Alright, I didn't choose to be one of you people. You just dragged me along to play your stupid, silly game. And on top of that, there's a whole biosphere that you have enslaved to your ambitions, whatever they are. Your ambition to live a stupid life and die. Right? That's your stupid ambition. And to be totally forgettable in the process. Yeah. And I should say, yeah, why should you have the right to do that? Why? Why should somebody sit back and just say, I know it's wrong, but I'll just let them do it? That would be stupid.
You cannot merely presuppose the ethic at issue, if you will. I mean, yes, we know having identified as a strong negative utilitarianism.
No, nobody's presupposed anything. They've made the argument. You have no counter argument. You say you have a right because biology gave you the right. The argument is, what? You have to do better than that. You can't just say biology gave me reproductivity, therefore I will use it. No, you have to explain why you're using it.
That the red button follows as a consequence, but fuck Nick.
Well, whatever. The red button isn't even a... There is no red button, is there? No, there isn't any. Yes, obviously a lot of people would press it if there was one. If there was a red button, yeah, they'd press it. They'd say, yeah, fuck this, it's stupid. So what? It's not relevant to the subject. The subject is why are you defending a life that you, number one, can't maintain and that has nowhere to go? Why are you defending the replication of a DNA molecule when it has reached its limits? There's no place for it to go. It has reached the brick wall.
Negative utilitarianism. It cannot be established empirically. It cannot be established in an entirely, if you will, logical sense.
Well, it certainly can be established in a logical sense that you are imposing, that you are deciding for other sentient beings that they will exist. You are making that decision. They will not exist unless people like you force them to exist. That's a fact. Are you justifying it? No. That's a fact. You're saying I am above justification. I do not have to justify my behavior. I will do as I please and you will live with it. Tough shit, fuck you. That's what you're saying, shithead. And you're saying I should have some sort of response to that besides, why don't you deal with the argument, which is, you don't have an excuse. You have no fire that you're rushing to where you can justify creating any victims, let alone a lot of victims.
Right? So yeah, and of course she chastises or berates, if you will, to be serious, for the utilization of the word annihilation relative to the red button, as if we're all supposed to get on our knees. Oh, thank you.
Oh, whatever. So you want to keep pretending the word isn't anti-natalism and people aren't arguing that if you just stop replicating, we don't have to do anything. There is no crime committed if you would just act responsibly. And the fact is, it's a tiny percentage of you bullies, okay, tiny percentage, small percentage of the human bully race, okay, that is responsible for the whole game having to be played. So don't keep pretending that talking about annihilation when that's not the subject isn't a straw man and deliberately and willfully a perversion of the subject. It's like mixing homosexuality and AIDS or something. It's a cheap maneuver because that's all you have is cheap maneuvers. You don't have a fucking argument, you lame ass.
Great agents of benevolent destruction, your neutron bomb, aka a weapon of mass benevolence. We're so grateful, right? No, see, procreators are likened unto rapists, drunk drivers, fucking Nazis. No, I mean, that's the...
Where were they likened onto Nazis? Please explain that one to me. No, yes, that's right. You're likened onto ignorant, dumb maggots, because that's how you're behaving. And then you're saying, like an ignorant, dumb maggot, I'm a maggot, I'm allowed to be a maggot, I'm a maggot. You're not doing anything intelligent here. You're not making an intelligent explanation of what you intend to accomplish besides satisfying an individual personal perception that the Yankees should win the World Series. I mean, it's just your own personal delusion. You wish to live it out by creating other victims to be your color forms, to be the little things you manipulate to create a world for yourself. You wish to build your house, so to speak, out of something other than Luddites. Okay, so until you want to build and sacrifice Luddites to have Luddite, then you can play your game. But until then, you have no right to impose on others.
The implication of Mintan when he says, well, we'll fight the imposition via an imposition. We did it in World War II. Implication being, well, parents, in this battle, if you will, parents or procreators are at...
Yeah, that's right. Well, I can't make it any simpler. Can I make the argument any louder? That's right, you're enslaving me to your gulag, okay? Your gulag. You have created a gulag of a world. It's a fucking cesspool. You have not cleaned it up. You have not built a nest to lay your eggs in. Okay, so yes, I'm one of the hatchlings. I'm saying this is a fucking pigsty in the first place. And in the second place, the underlying game you're playing is so fucking imbecilically stupid that why do you think I would be dumb enough to want to get into some stupid arbitrary competition for some arbitrarily stupid, psychotic fucking glory moments? Why would I do that? Why would I, as an intelligence, want to play a game this fucking butt-licking stupid?
As unto Nazis. And then she utilizes an analogy of bullies. So procreators as rapist bullies, Nazis, and rapist bullies, Nazis, drunk drivers. I mean...
Yeah, and that's exactly what you are. You're all just these silly little people thinking you can fuck with other people and take no responsibility for it. I will play God, yet you have no qualifications whatsoever. Will you detail your qualifications to play Creator? Show me how you even have the right to raise goldfish, you motherfucker. Show me your right to be a breeder of sentient creatures. Show me what qualifies you to be in that game, you motherfucker. And until then, yes, you deserve nothing but the most disgusting description. Because you're a weasel, a coward, a pussy, a fucking user, and an abuser. You're a motherfucking rapist pig. Period.
This is just getting very silly.
No, it's silly. You can't answer the simple question. What is your authority? Why do you have the right to impose on conscious sentient beings? Why do you think you have a right to tell them you will play this game? Why do you have a right to press the green button? Why is green a good color? Why is that button worthy of being pressed when we know what it has tied to it, which is inevitable pain and suffering imposed on organisms that never gave you consent? So explain to me, why do you have a right to press that fucking button?
This is getting out of hand. I mean, Great Taicho lamented or stated...
You can't even say the fucking... It's not that fucking many syllables to his goddamn name. Get a microphone and learn how to say gray guy.
...that I essentially have called anti-natalists, not anti-natalists, but evolus Nazis. Of course, he qualified the statement because I can easily say, well, show me where in video I've stated as such, but I will never insult the Nazis in such a way. I mean, the Nazis were pretty...
Well, again, so that's not a reference to it? That isn't something even worse? But whatever, I don't care. You want to compare me to a Nazi? Fine. I don't think you have any rational reason to do that. I don't think there's anything common between our philosophies. But go ahead and play your idiotic, boring, stupid games. All right? The analogies I've made to you being reckless drivers, to you being thinking you're chasing some fire that doesn't exist and you're creating victims you don't have a right to, some redneck who says, hey, I'm going to go be the hero. I'm going to have me 10 kids. Okay, I'm going to go put out the fire. There is no fire, shithead.
Be evil, but ethicist? Jesus.
Yeah, again, no argument. Ethicist? Ethicist? So that's all I have to do is go, procreators? 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 That's all I have to do. I just have to do, procreators? There, I've made my argument. I will just mockingly use the word procreators. What a silly concept. Procreation? I'm going to make a gooey human fly out of a wet and slimy vagina? Ooh. Who would have that silly idea? Whatever. Fuck you. Bullshit. Can you make an argument sometime in the 21st century where you just come up with some sort of rational argument explaining why you have the authority to decide for other sentient beings that they will exist in your slime hole? Will you please just explain where you derive the authority from, where you have an example of how it's a good idea, and it's a proven good idea, because why? Because idiots believe it? Is that all you got? It's a popular idea. It's not even popular anymore. You can't even use popularity as an excuse. As statistics point out, that the people creating all the excess, creating all the sustainable population plus the excess population are a minority of the human race. So you don't even have popularity on your goddamn side, you retard. Enough said. But fuck this bullshit. Fuck your shitty, slimy, putrid, crappy microphone and your crappy arguments.